is number 17, Abby. Number 17, Maddie. Number 21, Ellie. Let's have a good night.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome here to John Mickelson Field on the campus of Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you as we get you ready for Eastern Arizona College women's soccer as they host the Yavapai Rough Riders in the final regular season match of the season. Eastern comes into tonight 9-3-2 overall, 6-3-2 in the ACC/EAC. The Rough Riders come in 6-5-5 overall, 3-3-5 in the ACC/EAC. The last time these two teams met, nobody scored. It was a 0-0 draw, 0-0 at the end of regulation in Prescott a couple of weeks ago. It is sophomore night here at Eastern Arizona College, and at halftime we will introduce you to all of the sophomores here at Eastern Arizona College. The starting lineup tonight, first for the visitors from Yavapai, Talon Bennett, Ava Manuel, Maddie Antonini, Gracie Fowkes, Kiara Campbell, Reagan Peterson, Morgan McLean, Aid Bonner, Victoria Taylor, and Chloe Brand. For Eastern Arizona College, in goal tonight, Ashley Zaragoza, Sofia Oliveira, now Yasuda, Ana Julia Carlesi, Andrea Perez, Suika Shibutani, Lorraine Oliveira, Cadence Wardell, Abby and Maddie Haslam, and Ellie Morse, the starters tonight for Eastern Arizona College. Looked like most of the women's parents were in attendance tonight as we saw them pregame for sophomore night. There is 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 sophomores at Eastern Arizona College tonight that we will talk about at halftime. Eastern in their home whites, Yavapai in their road greens. And the Monsters will get it to start. Officials making sure everybody's ready. Got to clear his watch. Now he's ready to go, and the match is underway. Final regular season match of the season. The Monster men tied with Yavapai 1-1 in the earlier game. All that scoring came in the first 14 minutes of the game. The Monsters send Yavapai into chase mode early here on the defensive end. Haslam with it far side. Sends it up and stolen away by Yavapai. Yavapai keeps it in the offensive side, but Perez puts on some pressure. Now Haslam far side. Monsters get it back on a Julia Carlesi. Sends it deep through, trying to find Perez. And Talon Bennett out to recover that. Yavapai tries to strike quick. Yavapai has tied 5 matches this year. This seems like a lot for me. 6-5-5 for Yavapai. And an error there by Bennett will give the Monsters a throw. As Yasuda gets it into Perez. Back to Yasuda, tries to split the double team. And taken away by Yavapai. Perez. Check that. Oliveira with it. Far side. Monsters trying to gain possession. There was a whistle and a foul called on Yavapai. I was wondering if he was going to call that. It looked like the Yavapai defender was holding the left arm of Wardell. And the whistle came out. And it will be a kick for the Monsters far side. An early chance for EAC. Looks like Ellie Morse for the Monsters. She'll send it across towards the back of the net, and a ricochet. Nobody home there as Bennett gets save number one on shot number one for the Monsters. Be a monster throw. Oliveira sends it across. Carlesi with the flick. Taken away by Yavapai far side. On the run, but good defense there by Morse to knock it away for the Monsters. Carlesi with it, controls it, sends it back to Morse. Now back to Oliveira. She'll send it up the far side to Haslam. Haslam controls, now sends it down the right side onside. Monsters on the run. Carlesi with it, getting tugged on, no whistle yet, and Carlesi turns the corner and will be picked up by Bennett for Yavapai. When these two teams met the first time in Prescott, it was the stretch in the season where the Monsters didn't score for 3 matches in a row. They broke out of that, and since then have won 3 in a row. Yavapai with it near side. Trio of defenders not able to stop Yavapai. Into the attacking end, off of the foot of the official, and he says, we're going to blow it dead. That's going to be a restart. Yavapai ball on the reset. Near side, good defense there by the Monsters. That was Shibutani. She'll send it back to Oliveira. Cross far side to Morse. Give and go right side. Haslam not able to get back. Picked up by McLean for Yavapai. Now an attempt knocked away by the Monsters. That was Oliveira on the back line. Yavapai gathers at midfield. Tries to go down the far side and losing the ball out. Nice defense there by Carlesi on the far in line. Monsters nearly turn it over on the throw-in. But they'll get it to Zaragoza, one of the sophomores tonight for Eastern Arizona. Oliveira, right side to Morse. She'll take it down the sideline. Up to Carlesi, gets past midfield. Nice pass ahead. Haslam on the run. She's got 2 with her. Eastern going to get past and not able to get in. It will be a corner kick for the Monsters as that got past the keeper Bennett. And the Monsters will get their first corner of the night. Great effort early on for Eastern. Into the Monsters on the corner. Carlesi sets it up. Low off the far post. Great effort there by Carlesi. Monsters get it back, and it's knocked out by Yavapai on the far side. I think the post is still ringing on that Carlesi low liner. Far side. Monsters with another chance. And a save by Bennett, her second. Two saves so far tonight for Bennett and one for the far post. Monsters volleyball in that one around. as Perez has it, center back. Right side to Morse. Morse floats it in across midfield and corralled by Yavapai. Back onto the foot of a monster. That's Perez with it. Sends it ahead on the run for Haslam. Haslam will chase it down far side. It's going to go off of Yavapai, but that's going to stay in. Haslam with it now to Carlesi. Carlesi has it knocked away. It will be a throw for the Monsters. Carlesi to throw. Into Lorraine Oliveira and knocked away by Yavapai again. Back into the Monsters. Into the box. Yasuda with it, near side. She has it knocked away by a Rough Rider. The Monsters will throw on the near side. Out to Shibutani. Now to Oliveira. Back to Shibutani. To Yasuda. Yasuda through the double team, but knocked away just slightly enough. Yasuda gets it back, though, and then knocked away again. Yasuda in the corner, and it's knocked out off of Yavapai. It'll be a monster throw. Out on top to Shibutani. She'll go left, floats it across. Plenty of lift on that, but over the top of the cage. And it will be a goal kick for Yavapai. They'll leave it short, and the Monsters will chase. Not sure that that's a sound strategy against the quickness of this Monster defensive line. Eastern gets it back. Oliveira with it. Sends it near side to Yasuda. Yasuda, lefty, floats it into the box for Morse. Just past the outstretched boot of Morse, and it will go over for a goal kick. Monsters' attack has been solid here in the first 10 minutes of this one. No score, though. 2 shots on goal and 2 saves by Bennett. Monsters get it back. Far side. Around the defender. Floats it into the box. Headed down by Yavapai. Perez still with it. We'll send it back out right side. To Wardell. And she has it knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it is a throw for the Monsters. Far side. Into Ellie Morse. Morse on the run, right side. Leaves it up. Now back to Morse. Morse has some room. Knocked away by Yavapai. Not cleared quite yet. And that one will just roll over the sideline for a corner. Nope, it's going to be a throw for the Monsters, far corner. Set to throw. Into Perez. Perez sends it back towards the edge of the 18. As Carlesi there to Hassel and causes a turnover throw in for the Monsters. Yavapai still has not been able to clear in the last 4 attempts. Wardell with it. Brings it back out on top. Lefty, left side to Yasuda, and she cannot knock it home. An offside flag comes up, though, in the middle of that play. Yasuda offside, but a great effort on the back side of that play by now Yasuda. Yavapai has not been past midfield in the last 5 or 6 minutes and just barely get it across this time. Back to Sophia Oliveira. Near side to Shibutani. Yavapai knocks it away, but Oliveira there very calmly sends it around right side to Morse. Over to Haslam. Haslam sends it middle of the field to Perez. And with her speed, still not able to chase it down. Yavapai clears, and it will be another throw deep in the corner for the Monsters. Throw it in quickly to Haslam. Haslam back out to Carlesi. Back to Haslam. She'll spin towards the center of the field. Now back out to Morse, who sets it up. Long line drive, bounces, and Bennett there to pick up save number 3 on the night. 32 minutes left in the first half of this one. Monsters have put on the most pressure between the two, but still have nothing to show for it. Yasuda with it. To Perez. Perez tries the give and go back to Yasuda, and she said, that one's on me. Nice pass. I was not ready for it. It'll go over the sideline for a throw for Yavapai. Yasuda heads it towards Perez. Perez turns, leaves it for Wardell. Wardell near side to Oliveira. Back to Shibutani. Shibutani leaves it for Wardell. Wardell reverses middle of the field for Haslam. Haslam loses their footing and the ball. Yavapai chases it down. Now Oliveira going to have to sprint over and knock it away. And there's a Gila Monster down behind the play. And the training staff coming out to look. The Gila Monsters are over there tending to the injured Gila Monster. I do not see a number of the injured player, but head athletic trainer Steve Oram headed out to take a look at the injured player. We'll step away. No score between Eastern and Yavapai. Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College. The injured Gila Monster is Abby Haslam, and she's being helped off without putting any weight on that right leg, and hopefully she's going to be okay. Her sister, Maddie, is visibly upset, rightly so, watching her sister being carried off. And we'll see who Eastern puts on for Haslam. See if I can find a new number out there. They're going to see if she can go first. Monsters with it at midfield. Near side, Yasuda with it. It is Grace Abeg who is on. She is here on the near side. Saw another sophomore tonight for Eastern. Middle of the field, Yavapai not able to get organized as Carlesi has it far side. Sends it near side to Perez. Abeg chases it down from the near side, keeps it inbound, and stays live. Yasuda with it near side to Abeg. Sends it across to a cutting Haslam. Lost it to Perez. That one headed away by a Yavapai defender. Perez chases it down. What great speed Perez has, and knocked away by Yavapai. A throw in for Eastern. Oh, they're going to say off of Eastern Arizona. It will be a Yavapai throw. I think everybody was confused on that one. I mean, it's not hard to confuse me in the game of soccer, but I thought that was going to be a monster throw. Yavapai to throw over the head of Wardell and tries to send it through, but Oliveira there for the Monsters kind of kicks that one, a little shove in the back there by Yavapai, but Oliveira there knocked away, and that's going to go over the inline for a goal kick. Little sloppy there for the Monsters, but they get away with it. As Yavapai tried to put on some pressure. That was number 17, Morgan McLean for Yavapai. Monsters back in possession, far side. They'll send it on the run into the Eastern lineup. Also number 15, Maria Coelho. Be a throw for the Monsters into Oliveira. They're going to throw it in again. Back to Oliveira. Up ahead, Shibutani. Monsters send a loft down the middle of the field, and Bennett comes out to pick it up for Yavapai. Zero, 28 minutes left in the first half of this one, Eastern and Yavapai. Yavapai with it, middle of the field. Sends it down the near side, nobody home. Yasuda chases it down for Eastern. Will leave it in and play it back to Abeg. Abeg turns, fires it up the near sideline, gets past the defender. Haslam on the run, gets in front. Monsters on the run, gets ahead to Coelho. Coelho on her left foot and sends it wide of the net. Monsters with their fourth shot of the first half. One of these has to find the back of the net. The Monsters are peppering the Rough Rider keeper. Substitution for the Monsters. As on now is 24, Kara Camp. And Cadence Wardell is off. Yavapai possession, near side, and over the inline, or over the sideline, Yasuda will throw. Into Haslam. Haslam leaves it back to Yasuda. Yasuda surveys. Gets it back. Down the near sideline, and it goes over the line. The official says the ball was over the line, but you can hear some of the crowd here in Eastern Arizona College say, hey, you got to let that whole ball get out before you throw that flag up. And I agree. That one looked like it stayed in. Yavapai gets it back. In the middle half. On the run, far side, and losing it out of bounds again is McLean. We're going to have another substitution for Eastern Arizona. As it looks like it will be number 26, Abigail Schmidt, another sophomore on for the Monsters here on sophomore night. We will read the bios of all the sophomores at halftime. They did the official ceremony before the game, but we will read all the bios here at halftime. Haslam sends it through. Nobody home. Just Bennett in the orange jersey for the Rough Riders. Final regular season home game. Actually, final regular season game at all. Schmidt sends it back down the other way. Corralled by Maddie Antonini. Antonini set to kick it for Yavapai. Fires across, knocked down by Schmidt, and it ricochets all the way back inside as Addie Bonner chases it down for Yavapai. Near side. Looking for Gracie Folks. Can't hang on to it, but Yavapai gets it right back. Kicks it over the sideline, and it'll be a throw deep in the corner for the Monsters. Abeg to throw. Gets it into the 18, headed up by Oliveira onto the boot of Haslam. Eastern keeps it in, though. Top of the 18, knocked away again. Coelho has it for the Monsters, out to Schmidt. She'll send it far side. To Morse. Ellie sends it up the right side. Offside flag is up, and that goal is waved off for the Monsters. Half a step is all, is Lorraine Oliveira was offside, and that pressure is going to pay off eventually for the Monsters here in this one. Feels like they're just a step away every time they go on a strike. Yavapai with it up the far side. We invested in some binoculars here, now that it's the end of soccer season. Able to be a little bit more accurate on the far side. McLean with it for Yavapai as they retreat and regroup. Back to Bennett. Near side, Abeg nearly got in front of that pass. Now Yavapai on the run. Their best chance so far. Far side. Now McLean back in the middle and stolen away by Oliveira. Nice hustle there by Oliveira. To Yasuda near side. 23 minutes to play first half, no score. Yasuda sends it across, left-footed. Bonner heads it down. And Yavapai corrals at midfield with Campbell. Over to Schmidt for the Monsters. Back to Morse. Carlesi with it now. Monsters slowing down the pace. Now turn and go. Looking for Camp as she'll let that one go over the inline for a goal kick. This will be the water break. 22:10 to play in the first half. No score. Eastern and Yavapai. We'll be back after this timeout. Welcome back here on a gorgeous Tuesday night in the Gila Valley. Eastern Arizona women hosting Yavapai Community College in JCAA soccer. 22 minutes to play in the first half. No score between Eastern and Yavapai as we come back to live action after the water break. And it will be Yavapai possession. Far side, Yavapai Sends it towards midfield. Monsters send it back. It's a live ball. And Coelho almost gets there. But then the Monsters corral it themselves. Lose it now. But good hustle on the far side. Yavapai on the run. As Kylie Holt now in the game for Eastern. Hustles back on defense. As Sophia Oliveira will clear it right side up to Coelho. She'll send it ahead to Haslam on the run. Cut off by Bonner. And sent over the sideline for a monster throw. Eastern gets it into Oliveira, sends it back right side. And a tumble and a play on by the official. I think that was Haslam that went down. Yasuda will leave it for Oliveira, center back. Sends it near side, trying to find Abeg, and just a little bit too much on that one. Substitution for Yavapai as McLean goes off. This is a plea to all purchasing departments in colleges. Solid numbers on uniforms. No outlines. Eva Diaz into the lineup for Yavapai. Yasuda knocks it away for the Monsters. It'll be a Yavapai throw. Maddie Antonini throws it, gets it right back. Knocked away by the Monsters. Haslam can't keep it. Antonini to throw in. She gets it right back. Lobs it up near side. Oliveira back. So is Morse. They can't quite clear it. Antonini has it 35 yards from the goal. Now off to Abeg. Abeg sends it up near side to Oliveira. Oliveira has options. Sends it ahead. Far side to Haslam on the run. She's onside. Gets it at the edge of the 18. Haslam sends it cross and just misses. The cutting player on the near side, Kara Camp, just inches from tapping that one in the corner of the net. And it'll be a goal kick for the Monsters. That was a great look from Lorraine Oliveira, 50 yards out, finding Haslam on the right side. When you give this Gila Monster team open space with their speed, they are hard to stop. They put a lot of pressure on you. The only team that I've really seen clamp down on them defensively is Arizona Western, who did a really good job of it. Yasuda with the ball near side. She'll send it ahead. Onside. Nope, offside flag is up. Haslam bounces it off the post. The home crowd, a little restless with these offside calls. Two of them tonight that the home crowd did not like. Yavapai turns and burns to the near side. Yasuda there. Off to Abeg. Abeg sends it across, middle of the field to Haslam. Haslam sends it out right side. Monsters with the attack. Floats it into Camp. She gets a piece of it, but not enough. Abeg tries to chase it down, but Yavapai will clear. Oliveira to throw. Into Coelho. Coelho with the move. Sends it across. Nobody on the backside coming across, but Coelho tries to keep it alive. Yavapai can't clear. Abeg there for the Monsters. Onto the foot of Schmidt, who sends it right side to Haslam. Haslam can't win the foot race, and it'll go over for a goal kick. Yavapai loses it, and the Monsters will have a throw. Camp to throw, and just able to save it is Lorraine Oliveira, but it goes over the line for a goal kick. Official says it's a throw for the Monsters. Yasuda will handle it. Knocked out by the Monsters. Yavapai will throw. Antonini. In for Yavapai. Sends it into the middle of the field for Eva Diaz. Sends it across far side. Nobody home. A throw for the Monsters. Eastern not able to get it over the head of the Yavapai defender far side. But Eastern gets it back. Haslam on the run right side. Sends it to the middle of the field to Abeg. Not able to get there. Bonner in control with it for Yavapai. Right back to Oliveira. Up to Camp. Check. Yeah, Kara Camp with it. Sends it back to Coelho and sends it through ahead of everybody. And it will be a kick for Bennett. Yavapai with a chance here. They get moving forward. Sends it to the near side. Abeg gets in front of the Rough Rider offensive player, Antonini. Gets it back to Diaz. Near side, sends it to the middle. Knocked down by what looked like the forearm of Fawkes. But no whistle. Yavapai able to keep it in the offensive end, though. Knocked away by the Monsters. Camp chases it down. Runs into a Rough Rider. Abeg can't get it either. Right side. Tries to send it across. Oliveira gets a boot on it. And Yasuda will send it up near midfield. Oliveira. Leaves it back for Abeg. Abeg tries to get it to Yasuda and finally does. Sends it back to Oliveira, who plays quarterback at that center back position. Directs traffic and sends it right side. Sends it across the field and headed forward by Yavapai. Monsters on the run, but Yavapai retreats, saves it, tries to clear it, but Monsters keep it in far side. Eastern in possession. Gives it right side to Coelho. To Schmidt in the middle of the field. Schmidt can't hang on to it, and cleared by Bonner to the near side. Yasuda chases it down for Eastern. A little bit too far out in front of her, though. Stolen away by Yavapai. Knocked out by Yasuda. As her and Jill Young on the near side were engaged in a battle. Yavapai throw. Campbell to Bonner. Sends it far side. As the hot dog grill smoke wafts across the field. We do play-by-play of everything here on EATV. Monsters in possession, far side. To Abeg. Back to Yavapai. Coelho with it, with 12 minutes to play in the first half. No score between Eastern and Yavapai. She'll push it up the right side. Gets Gets around the defender, sends it to the middle of the corner of the 18, and just enough on it by Yavapai to clear it out. Campbell sends it ahead, tries to get it back, but Schmidt there to knock it away for Eastern. Back to Oliveira, right side to Morse. Yasuda with it near side for Eastern as we approach 11 minutes to play in the first half of this one. Abeg sends it across to Coelho. Coelho catches. Check that. That's Camp. Camp sends it towards the post. It's knocked down by Bennett. It's a save, but it will be a throw for the Monsters. More pressure. The fourth save for Bennett in the first half on 5 shots. So Monsters have had 4 shots on goal here in the first half. Right side sends it across, and nobody home for the Monsters. As Haslam found some room, but couldn't finish. On for the Monsters will be number 9, Suika Shibutani. And on the near side, that is number 12, Kami Smith. Jill Young turns for Yavapai down the near side. Sends it to the middle of the field, over the head of the Monster defender. That is number 6, Kaylin Larson, who came on at the last substitution in a collision on the far side between Zaragoza and a Yavapai striker on the far side. Zaragoza gets the save, her first of the night, on the first official shot taken by Yavapai. That's how dominant the Monsters have been tonight. They just don't have anything to show for it. That was the first save and first shot by Yavapai in 36 minutes of play. Monsters get it back, lose it near midfield. Yavapai sends it down the near side. Yasuda chases it down on defense and will knock it out. Also on for Eastern is number 11, Lexi Gonzalez. And it will be a throw for Yavapai near side with Antonini. Eight and a half to play in the first half, no score. Yavapai into Diaz, and we'll send it back down to midfield. Near side, Yasuda there to break it up. Sends it near side to Smith, and Smith not able to get in front of it. It'll be a turnover back to Yavapai. Off to Jill Young. Knocked away by Yasuda, back to Young. Knocked away by Yasuda again. Sends it to Kami Smith. Smith back to Lexi Gonzalez. Off of the leg of a Rough Rider. Onto the foot of Sofia Oliveira. Right side to Larson. Larson sends it down. Knocked down by Yavapai. Able to get it across midfield. And stolen away by the Monsters. Near side, Gonzalez with it. Gonzalez sends it ahead to Camp. Knocked down and being chased down by Danny Welker, who's into the Monster lineup as well. .7:22 to play, first half, no score. Rough Riders and Gila Monsters. You know, a lot of the times there's not too many mascots in the ACCAC that you would see match up in real life, but I'm sure there's a Rough Rider that's run across a Gila Monster before somewhere in the Wild Wild West. Yavapai lofts it up near midfield. headed forward, but picked up by Eastern and taken back by Yavapai, and that's going to be a whistle and a foul on Gonzalez. As Yavapai goes down, that was Sophia Fotrell. And now Yavapai to kick. Knocked away by the Monsters. But back into possession by Yavapai. Sends it across. Fotrell with it. Edge of the 18. Tries to go right. Knocked away by the Monsters. Gonzalez with it. Off to Yasuda. And she'll clear with just over 6 minutes to play in the half. Kami Smith chases it down near side. On the sideline. Keeps it in. Nice job by Smith. To Camp. Middle of the field. Knocked away by Bonner. Yavapai back the other way. Trying to get out on the break, but Larson sends it back to the middle of the field where Diaz has it for Yavapai. Sends it across far side. Up the left side. Around Larson and knocked out. Off of Yavapai. It'll be an Eastern throw on the far side with 5.5 to play in the first half. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll read the bios of the EAC sophomores. 14 of them tonight on the women's side. Yavapai with a chance. No foul, incidental contact, or play on. Camp on the run around Bonner. Bonner able to get the position for Yavapai. As she sends it back forward, Coelho able to force a turnover as she'll throw. No, it will be Larson to throw far side. We thank everybody for joining us tonight here on EATV. Hope you're having a great Tuesday evening wherever you're joining us from. Fall has kind of sort of found us here in the Gila Valley for a couple of days anyways. I did see the weather forecast says it's going to be back up in the mid-90s later this week. Oh, goody. Turnover for the Monsters. It'll be throw for Yavapai with 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Here from Eastern Arizona College. Monsters send it ahead. Nobody there in white, though. Chased down by Antonini. Back to Bennett. Bennett sends it to Antonini to the near side. Stolen away by Welker for the Monsters. Welker sends it in the middle of the field to Camp. And Smith tries to send it with her left foot. She takes a bump inside the 18, and it's going to be a goal kick for Yavapai. Another nice opportunity there for the Monsters in ACCAC action under the lights here in Thatcher on sophomore night. Yasuda able to keep it in, headed by Gonzalez onto the foot of Welker, over to Kara Camp. Camp runs into traffic and loses it for the Monsters. Near side, Gonzalez not able to get there, but off of the foot of Diaz for Yavapai. Camp to Smith and knocked away by Antonini. Kami Smith will throw with 2:52 to play in the first half. Into Gonzalez. Bonner gets a piece of it and knocks it away for Yavapai. Kami Smith able to keep it in, though, over to Yasuda. Yasuda works through the double team, has it knocked away. Oliveira there for the Monsters, though, at midfield. Sends it right side for Larson. Knocked away again. Oliveira going to retreat and play defense. Yavapai not able to find any room. Yasuda sends it down near side. Kami Smith on the run with Antonini. It's a foot race. Smith wins it in the box, sends it across, and just behind everybody in white. But the Monsters able to stay in possession with Coelho. Up to Welker. Welker to Camp. Near side to Gonzalez. Lexi floats it towards the goal and just over the top for Lexi Gonzalez. The sixth shot of the half for the Monsters lands just on top. And with 90 seconds to play in the first half, we stay scoreless. And the referee says, redo. Now up to Bonner for Yavapai. A couple of defenders converge on her, and she'll send it far side. Camp able to get a piece of it. Do the Monsters keep it far side? They do. Coelho with it with 1 minute to play here in the first half. Leaves it out to Larson at midfield. Back to Sofia Oliveira. Sends it up to Welker. Back to Yasuda. Middle of the field to Shibutani. She'll send deep run far side and way too far out ahead of, I believe that was 6, Kaylin Larson, that was on the run far side. I was wrong. Number 20, Leilani Hamlin. Onto the pitch for the Monsters. Hamlin couldn't catch up to it. And with 8 seconds, that's going to do it for the end of the first half here at Eastern Arizona College. Yavapai, with just 1 shot on goal in the first half, the Monsters had 5, but nothing to show for it. After the first 45 minutes, no score between Eastern and Yavapai. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll read the sophomore bios right after this. Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College. Lee Patterson with you. It's halftime. The Gila Monsters and the Rough Riders tied at 0. It's time to read our sophomore bios tonight on sophomore night. And first on the list, Ashley Zaragoza from El Paso, Texas. She is studying her generals here at Eastern Arizona College. She plans on getting her bachelor's degree and keep playing soccer. Her favorite memory at EAC is going to the fair with friends and camping with the team. Now Yasuda from Osaka, Japan. She's a defender studying her generals here at Eastern Arizona. Hopes to continue to play soccer at the next level. And her favorite memory at EAC is every day spent with her amazing teammates. Next up for the Monsters, Abigail Schmidt from Lehigh, Utah. She is studying her generals here at Eastern Arizona College. She plans on furthering her education and moving on to keep playing soccer at the next level. Her favorite memory at EAC is when they all went camping in Wyoming on their 10-day preseason trip. Next up, Ellie Morse from Kaysville, Utah. She is studying nursing at Eastern Arizona College. And let me tell you something. Studying nursing and playing a sport at Eastern Arizona College is probably the most difficult thing you can do when you're at Eastern Arizona College. That nursing program is the top nursing program in the state. And you already hear about the 10-day road trip they took in the preseason. So that is no easy task. So congratulations to Ellie Moore. She hopes to continue to play soccer at the next level and attend nursing school. Her favorite memory at EAC is going camping, going to the lake, Valentine's Day, and games days. The next sophomore, Kaylin Larson from Thatcher, Arizona. She is studying physical therapy technician. She will be continuing her education at BYU and working towards becoming a physical therapist assistant. Her favorite memory at EAC is going off-roading to the river with her best friends. Next up, Eva Hussen from the Netherlands. She's a goalkeeper studying psychology. Her plan is to get her bachelor's degree in psychology and keep playing soccer at the next level. Her favorite memory at EAC is playing soccer every day with my friends and having the best time together on and off the field. Next up are Maddie and Abigail Haslam from Eagle Mountain, Utah. Both are studying their generals here at EAC. Madison plans to continue soccer and education in another school. Same with her sister Abigail. Madison's favorite memory was when they went camping, and Abigail's favorite memory was our 10-day trip, especially camping with everybody and going undefeated in all the games while we were on the road. Sounds like a pretty memorable 10-day trip. Sounds like something EATV needs to be a part of next time. Next up is Kylie Holt from Eagle Mountain, Utah. She is studying her generals, plans on moving on to get her bachelor's degree. Her favorite memory was getting the team together to go knock on Coach Long's door at midnight to sing him happy birthday. That would be fun. Next up is Lexi Gonzalez from Marana, Arizona. She is studying her general studies. She wants to continue her education and get a bachelor's degree in exercise physiology and possibly continue to play soccer. Her favorite memory while at EAC is traveling, late night debriefs in the common area, and four-a-day pickle juice. I need to know more about four-a-day pickle juice. Next up is Maria Antonia Dantes Quajo from Brazil. She is studying her generals. She is going to go back to Brazil or maybe try to find a university here in the United States. Her favorite memory is social interaction with all of her teammates here at Eastern Arizona College. Next up, Kara Camp from Fillmore, Utah. She's studying her generals as well. She plans to leave and continue her college to get her bachelor's degree. Her favorite memory is taking naps between every practice during 4 days and all the random adventures with the teammates. And last but not least, Grace Abeg from Pleasant Grove, Utah. She also is studying her general education here at Eastern Arizona College. She plans on moving back to Utah to pursue hair school. And her favorite memory also is when the team woke up Coach Long on his birthday at midnight to sing happy birthday to him. Those are the sophomores of this year's Eastern Arizona College women's soccer team. At halftime, Eastern 0, Yavapai 0. We'll be back for the second half coming up shortly. Welcome back for second half action. Lee Patterson back with you here at Eastern Arizona College's John Mickelson Field. 0-0 Eastern and Yavapai. Yavapai will get the ball to start the second half. Looks like the Monsters have their starting 11 back on here in this one. Except for the only change is Kylie Holt will start the second half instead of Abby Haslam. She was injured in the first half, and we have not seen her since. The Monsters had 6 shots in the first half, 4 saves by the Rough Rider keeper Bennett. Yavapai only had one shot on goal in the first half, and it was a save by Zaragoza. Stats-wise, the Monsters are dominating this game, but on the scoreboard, it still says 0-0. Monsters with it, far side. Holt sends it ahead to Perez. Perez tiptoes through the defense, pushed off the ball, and Yavapai gets it back. Monsters in the middle of the field, off the back of Haslam. It's going to be one of the most awkward things in sport is when that is legal. You turn your back in soccer, and the next thing you know, you get hit square between the numbers. Got to catch your breath. Near side, Carlesi with it. We'll send it back to Ellie Morse. Trying to find Cadence Wardell, and they get it to Carlesi. She sprints it down the right side off of the shin of a Rough Rider, and a quick throw in. Far side, Yasuda. Yasuda, the lefty, sends it wide to Haslam. Check that, that's Holt. Holt sends it across. Still not cleared, but now is by Yavapai. Monsters defense gets back though. And Yasuda with it at midfield. Sends it to Holt, left side. Perez leaves it back out on top. And now Yavapai tries to go on the run, but the Monsters get back on defense. And a turnover, an unforced turnover against Yavapai. Far side, Holt with it for the Monsters. Leaves it on the run for Oliveira, Lorraine Oliveira. Sends it across into the box, headed up and over by Haslam. Another shot on goal, but just a little bit too high for Maddie Haslam. Those are the type of opportunities the Monsters have had all evening long, just haven't put anything in the back of the net yet. The first time these two teams met in Prescott earlier this year, about 2 weeks ago, it ended in a 0-0 tie. So the season history have had no goals scored in it between these two. Bonner with it, far side for Yavapai. Gets it across midfield. Yavapai on the run. First time we've seen that tonight. Oliveira able to clear it over her head. Perez tries to pick it up. Now Carlesi does. Nice through ball on the run for Haslam. And Bennett there just in time to send it out near side to Dylan Ramirez. Check that, 16, Reagan Peterson. Morse chases it down. Through ball, knocked down by Bonner. But Perez not giving up on it. Yasuda not able to keep it between the lines, far side. Throw in for Yavapai. 5 minutes into the second half of this 0-0 ball game. One of the Monsters players wears one straight off of the chin. That's Kylie Holt, who took one off the chin on the far side. She says she's good to stay in, but the official going over to check on her, and I think they're going to make her come off and get checked. Anytime that a player takes a direct contact to the head, the athletic trainers are going to come in and check. So athletic trainer Steve Orm will take Kylie Holt off to put her through concussion protocol. And the officials are going to stop play while that happens. Grace Abeg will come on as they put Holt through the tests on the far side. I can see from here that Holt is pleading her case with the athletic training staff on the far side. Monsters in possession. Oliveira near side to Morse. And a mishit, but chased down by Shibutani. Sophia Oliveira tries to clear, but Yavapai keeps it in. Right side, Yavapai on the run. This is the end of the field that Eastern had all their success on in the first half. Maybe the grass is shorter on this side. I don't know. Maybe it slopes downhill. But all the action has been at this end of the field here in this one. Yavapai throw. Knocked down by the Monsters. Wardell tries to possess it, but can't. Yavapai gets it back. They center, but the Monsters do a nice job of getting back. Near side, Peterson. Monsters knock it away up to Perez. Perez able to turn, leaves it for Wardell. Wardell back to Morse. Slow it down and reset. Over to Yasuda. Shibutani sends it deep down the far side. Looks like Holt is set to come back into the game at the next dead ball whenever the officials recognize her on the far side. That's good to see for the Monsters. Abeg can't hang on to it far side. It will be a Yavapai throw-in. This will be the final regular season of the second year of soccer at Eastern Arizona College. Can you believe it's already been 2 years of soccer? I remember 3 years ago when they announced the teams, almost 4 years ago when they announced the expansion of soccer here at Eastern Arizona College. And now we're already at the end of year 2 of competition. Saw some additions this year in the ACCAC as Mojave Community College came on board with men's and women's soccer. Perez with the steal there for the Monsters. Up to Wardell. Wardell looking for a teammate. Finds Oliveira, and she'll slow it down and leave it back to Carlesi. Near side to Morse. Morse sends it through. Bounces it right into the gut of a Yavapai defender. Far side, Yasuda with it. Sends it through to Perez. Now across the middle. Yavapai with it at midfield. Sends it down the far side. On the run. And the official on the far side says that's a Yavapai throw. And beyond the field, you see their big flames out there to the east of the field. I think that is the Thatcher High School homecoming bonfire. At least I hope that's what it is from here. But it is homecoming week over at Thatcher High School, which their campus is just to the east here of Eastern Arizona College, just across the cotton field. And I know it is time to harvest cotton because my sinuses tell me so. Throw in, cleared by the Monsters up the far side. Perez there, she'll turn, tried to lead the break. Dribbles through traffic, leaves it to the near side to Carlesi. Carlesi with tons of room. Monsters on the run, sends it ahead. Left side to Lorraine Oliveira. She'll settle, gets around the defender, sends it towards the back post. Carlesi not able to get there, and it'll be a goal kick for Yavapai. .35.5 minutes to play in this contest. Final regular season match. I say that, but now I second guess myself. It was for the men earlier. I guess it doesn't make it have to be the final regular season women's game, but we'll double check on the schedule. Be a foul against the Monsters and a kick for Yavapai. They send it low. Monsters there handle it no problem. Eastern on the run. Far side, Perez with her speed. Perez up and over and just wide, but they're going to say, was it touched by Yavapai? Or was it a foul? Nope, it was touched by Yavapai. It'll be a corner kick for the Monsters. Good pressure there by Eastern. I've got this as the first corner kick for the Monsters. No, that's not true. Second corner kick. Monsters send it across. It gets through everybody untouched and will go over the goal, the in line for the third corner kick for the Monsters. This is indeed the final regular season game. The Region 1 semifinals are October 30th. Looks like Carlesi set to tee it up. Sends it across. That's floats across to everybody, but Yasuda going to send it in from 25 yards through the uprights for a field goal. Unfortunately, that does not count for any points tonight. Some of my favorite American football stories are of soccer players that convert to kickers for at any level of football. You hear some of the stories, they're like, so you're telling me I just have to kick this football between this wide, you give me 3 times as much space as a goal, as a net to kick through? Okay, I can do that for a living. Yavapai with a chance here. They send it deep through ball, but Zaragoza out to handle it for the Monsters. Out to Carlesi, who heads it in. Now up to Wardell. Wardell can't hang on to it at midfield. And now they're going to call it against the Monsters on a foul. Some of the most vocal I've heard the home fans in a long time had a soccer match here at EAC. But I think they feel the same thing that the stats show, that the Monsters have dominated the game, just have nothing to show for it. Oliveira heads it towards Haslam. Yavapai able to keep it in. Their offensive end. Right side. As Jill Young not able to corral it for Yavapai. Out to Carlesi again. She'll set it up on her left foot, sends it across. And chased down by Wardell, but not before Yavapai sends it towards the end line. Morse will throw into Carlesi. Back to Morse. Up to Haslam. Haslam not able to get past the defender. She'll give it back to Carlesi. Carlesi back now to Sofia Oliveira. Over to Yasuda. Down the sideline. I think that is Holt that's back into the lineup. It is. Has it knocked away. And she'll quickly throw it into Yasuda. Yasuda leaves it middle of the field. Nice run. Left-footed wide by Suika Shibutani. Goal kick for Yavapai with 30 minutes left in this one. Feels like somebody put this first 15 minutes in slow-mo. Neither team able to get anything going here in the second half so far, but the Monsters get a steal and a chance. Send it near side to Haslam. She lines it up. Low liner just wide. For Maddie Haslam, her third shot. In this one. Monsters put some pressure on Bennett. Up to Bonner. But the Monsters keep it in their offensive end. Sends it across to Haslam. Bonner gets a left toe on it. Now back to Sofia Oliveira. Near side to Morse. Morse up to Haslam. The middle of the defense. Backs it back out to Morse now. Near side to Wardell. Wardell tries to back down the defender. And has it stolen away by Yavapai. Morse gets in the way of that pass. Off to Carlesi. Back to Wardell. Just a bit too far out in front of her. And Yavapai turns to go the other way, but the Monsters steal it back with Wardell. Up to Carlesi, onside. Leaves it back to Haslam. Haslam with some fancy footwork, sends it towards Bennett, and it's saved by the Yavapai keeper. 11 shots tonight for the Monsters, 5 saves for Bennett. Monsters steal it back at midfield. They bump it ahead just over the head of Perez. She's not able to catch up to it. Bennett will restart it back the other way. Holt with the ball, far side. Sends it to the middle of the field to Perez. Perez back to Wardell. Wardell turns, leaves it into Haslam. Haslam fires and stopped by Bennett. Her 6th save on the 12th shot for the Monsters. Still nothing to show for it. They have peppered the keeper, but not able to get anything past. Yavapai only still with 1 shot so far tonight. Yavapai knocks it away, far side. And I'm still learning the game of soccer. I don't know enough strategy to know exactly what Eastern needs to do. I mean, they're getting enough pressure. They're getting enough offensive pressure. They just have not been able to find the back of the net. Yavapai sends it deep onside, and Zaragoza there for another save on the second shot attempt of the night for the Rough Riders. Eastern not able to clear it out, though. Kind of a sloppy pass into the corner for Yavapai, and off of the flag, the officials are going to say substitution for Yavapai. Going off is Kiera Campbell. It'll be a throw for Yavapai. They'll send it across. Kept alive. Headed away by Yasuda. And then sent down the field by Shibutani. Bonner chases it down for Yavapai, not able to get to it. Carlesi to throw. Into Haslam. Haslam sends it across. Nobody there in white. Knocked down by the Monsters. Haslam to Wardell. Wardell into the 18, and it's knocked away by Yavapai for a throw. Sophia Oliveira near midfield. Sends it far side to Yasuda. Yasuda lofts it in to Oliveira. She onside? She was. Back to Carlesi. Carlesi sends it across. And cleared by Yavapai. Near side, Oliveira. Oliveira on top to Carlesi. Back to Shibutani, sends it across to Yasuda, knocked down by Bennett. There was a chance there, but Eastern not able to chase it down. Another save by Bennett, her 7th of the night. Morse with it near side. Sends it back on top to Oliveira. In the corner. Monster send it through the 18. Nothing there. Lefty. Up and over. No good by Shibutani. And another goal kick. And a whistle by the official. That is the water break signal with 22:38 to play in the ball game. Eastern 0, Yavapai 0. Back after this.
Making the jump from high school to university can be overwhelming. That's why Eastern Arizona College is a great place to start. EA offers personalized education at a quarter of the cost. Small classes with hands-on experience, surrounded by people who genuinely care. Plus, there's always something fun to do on and off campus. Whether you're planning to transfer to a university or learn a new trade, Eastern Arizona College is the place for you. It's changed my life. Let it change yours.
Welcome back here to Eastern Arizona College. After the water break, the Monsters have a chance again. Send a pack post and kept alive to Yasuda. Yasuda sends it floater towards, and it'll be a save for Bennett. Monsters can't say they haven't had chances tonight. They've limited to Yavapai to just 2 shots on goal tonight. Carlesi to Morse on the steal, giving it right back to Yavapai. Morse steps in front of the pass. Now Wardell with it for Eastern. Sends it ahead. Bonner for Yavapai. Monsters trying to avoid their 3rd tie of the season. If the score stays, this would be the 6th tie in the Yavapai season. I asked earlier, how does a team tie 5 times? Well, I guess it's if you don't give up any goals and you can't score any goals. I mean, not all of them were 0-0 ties, but if it stays the same, this would be the 3rd 0-0 tie. Carlesi frustrated that the official doesn't play on their team, so it's a dead ball, and it will be Eastern ball as he puts it into play. That's the 2nd time tonight that he's been in play, or out of play, I guess. Right side, Carlesi onside. Sends it left-footed, and it's knocked away by a Yavapai defender for another corner kick for the Monsters. Let's see if they can get something going off this set piece in the corner. This will be their 4th corner kick attempt of the ball game for Eastern. Carlesi to set it up. 20 minutes left in this one. Carlesi fires into the box. Poked away by Bennett. The Monsters keep it in control, though. Sending it across to high floater just over the crossbar on another shot for the Monsters. I've got, unofficially, the 15th shot attempt by the Monsters tonight, compared to just 2 for Yavapai. Yavapai with it at midfield. Stolen back by the Monsters. Sent ahead, and a late whistle and a foul called on the Monsters. Yavapai sends it towards the 18, but the Monsters cut it off. Far side. Yasuda with it. Trying to find Holt. Chased back down by the Monsters. Onto the foot of Ellie Morse, near side. Morse sends it ahead. Past the right foot of Wardell. Yavapai gets it back. And gives it right back to Eastern. Morse sends it down. Picked up by Haslam. Haslam on the run right side. Has Carlesi. Leads her down the right side. Now back to Wardell. Wardell sets. Fires towards and headed just wide by Perez for another shot attempt for the Monsters. Monsters are getting looks. Substitution on far side for Eastern Arizona. Grace Abeg back on, replacing number 19, Kylie Holt. 17 and a half to play in a 0-0 ball game. Eastern able to keep it in their offensive end. And then knocked out of bounds by Yavapai. Quick throw, far side. Monsters on the run. Into the edge of the 18. And knocked out by Yavapai. Pressure, pressure, pressure all night long by the Monster offense, but Talon Bennett has been solid tonight for Yavapai. This leads me to look at the stats for the season for women's soccer. Individual stats. Coming into this one tonight, Maddie Haslam leads the league in assists with 15. Grace Abeg has 11. That puts her third this year. In the saves department, save percentage, Talon Bennett from Yavapai, the #1 save percentage in the league. I can see why. She has been solid tonight. She has saved 95% of the shots taken. Zaragoza Lopez at 87% is fifth. Bennett has only given up 3 goals this entire season in goal for Yavapai. That is second. Goals against average, .46 for Bennett, .74 for Zaragoza Lopez. I guess that's why it's a 0-0 ballgame. There, I've done my own research and dug in. Haslam sends it across. A golden opportunity, but Lorraine Oliveira not able to find enough of it to put it on goal. Yasuda with it, far side. Abeg pushed off of the ball. Up the far side, Yavapai on the run. Cleared by the Monsters. Oh, this stays in. Ricochets off of defenders. Yavapai has a chance. 4-on-3. Back the other way. Monster defense gets back, though. And another time, ricochet off the official. Perez able to keep control, and the official blows a whistle and a foul against Yavapai. Eastern restarted quickly. Up to Carlesi, near side. Carlesi sends it ahead of Bennett. That ball is saved by Bennett as Bonner out ahead. Bennett is a little bit banged up as her and Haslam collided. What a great pass from Carlesi, though. Really half a step. Not even half a step, a quarter of a step. Another save for Bennett. She's only given up 3 goals all season long. And she has been a block wall here this evening. The Monsters have peppered her. She has got 9 saves tonight, does Bennett, on 16 shots. She's going to stay in the game. And she will clear it for Yavapai. Ricochets off the Rough Riders, and the Monsters will throw from the far side. Now Yasuda. Back to Sofia Oliveira. Near side to Carlesi. Up ahead to Haslam. Tries to find Oliveira on the give and go, just behind her, and Yavapai presses forward. Sends it far side. Headed on, but Yasuda there to clear for the Monsters. Up to Bonner. Bonner loses possession. On the near side, Carlesi with it. She'll bring it up the right side. Carlesi goes left. Leaves it for a cutting Oliveira just out ahead of her. Back to Coelho. Coelho sends it far side and over the inline for a goal kick. 13 minutes remaining in this one. In a 0-0 ball game. You know, for years, I mean, I admit only my second year of college soccer, but, you know, when you see a 0-0 draw, you feel like the teams are pretty evenly matched. But Eastern is winning every statistical category tonight except for the score. And by a large margin. Carlesi sends it wide. On the foot of an onside attacker, that's Grace Abeg, just not able to hang on to it. Out on top to Yasuda. Now they'll send it back to Oliveira. Near side to Ellie Morse. Coelho heads it away. And it'll be a Yavapai throw far side. Near side. Yavapai tries to get organized, but again, the Monsters knock it away. Maddie Haslam on the run. Leads it out ahead to Perez. And an offside call 50 yards away on the attack. Yavapai sends it quickly down, but Zaragoza there to handle that one quite easily, but not able to get it past Yavapai. Knocked out of bounds, though, off of a Yavapai foot. Carlesi to throw. That was 16 Reagan Peterson on the near side that couldn't hang on to it. That ball gets behind the defense. Haslam tries to take advantage of it, and Yavapai clears to the far side. Be a throw for the Monsters into Yasuda. Yasuda up the far side to Abeg. Abeg back to Yasuda. Yasuda going to send it across. Nobody home as Carlesi stayed at the edge of the 18. Chased down by the Monsters. Shibutani sends it ahead for Perez. And nobody home for Eastern. Bennett tries to send it quickly up the far side, but Yasuda reads it and is bumped off the ball. Foul called. 9:45 to play. Down to crunch time for the Monsters. The Eastern men tied 1-1 earlier tonight. "40 yards out. Monsters will set it up. Oliveira into the box to Coelho, and she's not able to keep it underneath the crossbar as that one floats over the head of Bennett. That was a nice find from Lorraine Oliveira from 50 yards out. Sends it ahead. Monsters knock it down again. Yasuda knocks it away. Up to Oliveira. Collision behind the play. Everybody gets up. Yasuda a little bit slow, but she is up. Check that. That was Shibutani who was a little slow to get up. Yavapai sends it wide. And the Monsters try one more time to get on the attack. On the run, far side. Monsters turn it over near midfield. Big collision, and down goes a Monster player. The athletic training staff will come out to look at her. That is number 10, Lorraine Oliveira, who is down. I think she took a shoulder from one of the Yavapai players as they both went for that ball. And head athletic trainer Steve Orm out there to take a look. Coach Long comes out as well. Oliveira going to get up. And I think they're going to have her stay in. No, I think they're going to have her. She has to come off. I actually like that rule. Any contact above the shoulders, the player has to come off and get evaluated by the training staff. I like the safety measure there. Yavapai with the kick, headed back by Coelho. Near side to Carlesi on the run. She's not able to save it as it goes over the line. Throw in by Ava Manuel. Knocked back out by the Monsters. Manuel to throw again. Coelho. Leaves it back to Morse with 7:27 to play. Up to Haslam. Back to Morse. She's going to send it long through the middle to Perez. Knocked away by Yavapai. Sends it across to Yasuda. Yasuda on the run. Middle of the field to Perez. Perez keeps it far side. Sent across by Abeg. And Oliveira tries to fly through, and I think she ricocheted off of her own forehead, off of her left foot, and it'll go over for a goal kick. It's a couple of times tonight Oliveira's had a chance, just not able to send it in the right direction. Bennett will send it away. Kept in by Abeg, far side. Now taken back by Yavapai. Rough Riders have a chance, but Morse puts an end to that. Near side. Off to Carlesi. Here the Monsters go again with another attack. Up to Haslam on the run around Bonner. Right side. Edge of the 18. Leaves it back to Carlesi. She'll turn left-handed. Sends it across. Back post. And nobody there on the inline. Substitution for Yavapai. Looks like Jill Young is back on for the Rough Riders. Under 6 minutes left in this one. No stoppage time at this level. When that clock hits zeros, the ball game is over. Carlesi on the run near side. Able to get there with a nice heel flip, but nobody on the corner. Yavapai sends it far side. Yasuda, the only one there, though. Back to Sophia Oliveira. Sends it near side to Morse. Morse sends it in the middle to Haslam, who heads it to herself, but not able to get it done. And a whistle and a foul called against Yavapai. And the Monsters are going to have a set piece here about 33 yards out. And one of the Yavapai players a little slow after that contact. And now Carlesi set to send it in. Carlesi sends it low, and Bennett there on the second short hop will save it for the Rough Riders. Again, unofficially, 18 shots tonight for the Monsters, 10 saves for Bennett. That seems high to me, but Eastern has been peppering that net all night long, and they got another chance here. Carlesi sends it right side to Haslam. Haslam on the run, tries to send it across, and it is knocked over for a corner kick for the Monsters, their 5th corner of the night. Carlesi will tee it up in the corner with under 4 minutes to play. Monsters bring 9 forward, 8 forward. Carlesi sends it across, lofts it. Great pass. And off of whom? Off of Eastern Arizona. It will be a goal kick. Nope, they are reversing it to a corner kick. Far side, the 6th corner for the Monsters. Setting up on the far side is Haslam. Maddie Haslam. She sends it across. Headed back to Carlesi. Carlesi goes to work on the line, sends it across, and hits the side of the net, but they're going to say it was off of Yavapai, so it will be a corner kick for the Monsters as Carlesi sets it up with 2.5 minutes to play. Sends it across again. Headed up, straight up in the air, and Bennett with another save for Yavapai. And the official stops the clock with 2:17. It will be Bennett to kick. Coelho with a nice pass up ahead to Perez. Perez against Bonner, and Bonner wins the battle. But the Monsters keep it in. 2 minutes to play. Coelho with it. Sends it across to Yasuda. She's good from the left side. Sends it up to Oliveira. Bonner heads it to slow it down. And Yavapai doing just enough here tonight to keep the Monsters offense at bay. Morse to the near side to Carlesi. Carlesi goes left. Out on top. Now to Shibutani. Off to Yasuda. Glides past the defender. Sends it far side. Abeg sends it across in the vicinity and in! The Monsters score! Maddie Haslam in the 44th minute puts it home on the rebound. Only the 4th goal that Bennett has given up this year. And the Monsters go up with 1 minute to play. In the 44th minute, Maddie Haslam in her final game here in the regular season puts it into the back of the net on the rebound to get the Monsters ahead. The 44th minute, the Monsters go up 1-0. On the unofficially 19th shot of the night, the Monsters finally find the back of the net with Maddie Haslam. They're going to put 1:05 back on the clock. Want the Monsters up. Now 1-0. What a big turn of events there for Eastern as Maddie Haslam on the ricochet puts it in. Yavapai trying to give last-ditch effort, but Eastern takes it away with 45 seconds. Haslam on the run. Carlesi. Monsters going to have another chance with 40 seconds. Carlesi can't get around the defender, and Eastern will throw it in with 32 seconds. They don't have to hurry, and they won't, as Morse will walk to it. Will hold it as long as she can. Throws it into Haslam. Back to Coelho. 15 seconds. Down to 10. Yavapai. 6 seconds. Down to 2, down to 1. And Maddie Haslam in the 44th minute does it for Eastern Arizona College. The 10th win of the season for the Monsters. They move 10-3-2. Yavapai falls to 6-6-5 on the season. That'll do it for us here tonight. Easy to recap the scoring. Maddie Haslam, 44th minute. 1-0 win for Eastern Arizona College. They thoroughly dominated tonight, and unfortunately, they were only able to find the back of the net one time. I have unofficially 19 shots taken tonight by the Monsters, 11 saves for Talon Bennett, and 2 saves for Ashley Zaragoza on only the 2 shots taken by Yavapai. Only 2 shots tonight on goal for the Rough Riders. Monsters win it 1-0. Now they await the playoff seeding in the postseason. That'll do it for us here tonight on EATV. Thanks for watching. Until next time, good night.